Hi there. Nice to be back out in the woods. It's March time and I'd like to think spring is on its way. There's plenty of signs as you look round. Now, this video, or the video I had planned to show you, was supposed to be coming from the city of Berlin in Germany. One of my plans for this year was to do a bit more travel. But, as you can probably have guessed, due to the coronavirus, all my plans for this year have changed. I'll tell you a little bit more about those changes later on. But it's still nice to be out wild camping. I intend bivvying here tonight. I've actually bought my Rab Ridge Raider bivvy with me. I've not used that for a while, but I thought it was ideal for this location. I wanted to sort of be covered, keep myself warm, and there has been a lot of heavy dew. I know I've been wiping the windows of my car in the morning and it's been soaked. So I thought, yeah, try the Rab Ridge Raider again. Should be a good night. I've also brought some nice food with me. Can't beat a bit of steak in the woods. So yeah, all in all, it should be a nice wild camp in the woods. So I'm gonna get all my campsite set up and I'll come back to you in a little bit and I'll tell you about those changes to my plans this year. See you in a little bit. Well, that's my camp set up. Didn't take long at all. As you can see, I'm using my Rab Ridge Raider bivvy. Just got it under that bush. I have camped here before, you'll probably recognise it. It's not far from where I live, and it's also not far from the main roads. It's about 100 yards away. You've got buses, pedestrians, cars, everything. So I was worried, would I have enough cover? But as you can see, I'm underneath a yew tree and there's lots of rhododendrons, fir trees, everything. They've all still got the leaves on. So I think I can say I'm nicely concealed. Nobody will know I'm here as long as I don't make a noise and not too much torchlight. Now the ground is very soft, made up of years of leaf mould. As you can see, to make things more comfortable, I've got a new chair. It's a Robins Pathfinder Light. Now I've got to thank Andy Wardle for this chair. I saw his review on it. I think he reviewed it a year, 18 months ago. And I thought, well, fantastic chair. Andy, if I could say, is a little bit probably heavier than me. I am very lightweight. Now if it's good enough for Andy, it's good enough for me. So thanks, Andy. And anybody who's looking, if you want to have a look at Andy's channel, well worth a look. Lots of wild camping around Newcastle, Northumbria and over in the lakes. So that's it, that's a Robins Pathfinder Light chair and it's going to make my life a lot more comfortable. Got all the essentials out. Bottle of wine, comfy chair and a nice spring woodland. So I think I'm going to settle down, get into my camp and a couple of glasses of wine and I'll tell you about my change of plans for the year. Well, I must say, this chair transforms it. So comfortable. Middle of a beautiful woodland, The birds are singing, the squirrels running through the trees. Idyllic, idyllic. Anyway, quick update on my change of plans. Obviously, you'll probably be aware it's due to coronavirus. I had some day trips to various European cities planned. I should have been in Berlin, I think it was the 3rd of March. About half an hour before I was supposed to leave for Manchester Airport, I thought, I'm not going, I don't feel safe, so I cancelled it. I had another trip to Milan. I was going to do these in the day, and that would be my videos. What you can cram into a day. I was going to fly out to a city, go around it, and fly back in the day. Yeah, Milan, that got cancelled for me, so I won't be doing any European rail city trips, and I won't be doing any European rail travel. So those plans, as we all make, have gone. I think I will be sticking to wild camping. I reckon the Topper Kinder Scout or Bleaklow, they can't be a safer place in the world at the moment. So yeah, for the foreseeable future, as long as I can still make videos, I will be wild camping, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm away from all the worry and everything here, and it feels very relaxing, and yeah, I feel happy in this environment. So hopefully Europe be 2021. We'll have to see. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So no more talk on coronavirus now. Just go and enjoy this beautiful idyllic woodland. Forecast for tonight. When I looked yesterday, it was going to be a nice night, but yeah, you see there's the odd shower coming in. I think we should be okay. I've not brought a tarp or anything because I'm fully covered in that, so I reckon I should be okay. So I'm going to sit here for half an hour and enjoy this, and I will be getting on with some tea. Got a nice bit of ribeye steak for tea. See you in a little bit. Right, ready to make a start with tea. Now you can't beat a bit of ribeye steak. Beautiful that. So we've got ribeye. I want to make it simple. These little frozen square potatoes, which I've used before and they worked out well. You're probably not supposed to fry them, but you're supposed to put them in the oven, but they work out and they give you your potatoes and just a simple tin of peas, and that's all going in the frying pan. So we'll get this stove lit. Oh, got my thing there. So I'll give these potatoes a start. So these potatoes were frozen when I left this morning. They're probably partially thawed now, so I reckon 10 minutes the potatoes will cook. Probably about a bit longer. Give the steak about 8 minutes, and then I'm just going to stick the peas in and let them warm through. Right, we'll have the steak in now. So I'm just going to drop the peas in. I'm sure they'll warm through somehow. It's all food at the end of the day. Yeah, everything, I think it's all cooked through now, so I'm going to sit and enjoy this. That does taste so nice. I don't know if it's because you're outdoors or just the fact it's ribeye steak. But it tastes beautiful. And so simple to make. Basically, I just put everything in a frying pan. Anyway, we have got a pudding, a bit experimental. I like steamed puddings, treacle, sponge and custard. I like those sort of meals. So what I've got a little, I'll show you in a bit, but it's basically ginger, I think it's ginger steamed pudding and custard. And you're basically supposed to microwave it. Well, I'm going to boil it, take it off, not boil it continuously. I have tried it at home and it did work and it was very easy. So once I've eaten that, we'll move on to the second course. Beautiful, that steak. So we're on with the pudding now. Bit experimental. That's a steamed ginger pud from Tesco. About 60p. Obviously I've torn all the instructions off and I'm not too sure if you're supposed to pierce the lid or not. I'm not going to. Most you can do is explode. So I'm going to drop that into that pan of sort of simmering water. I've got a lid somewhere. So I think we'll put the lid on. And once that's simmering, I'm just going to leave it to simmer probably for about 10 minutes on a very low setting. And that's just a simple tub of custard. Suppose you could eat that cold with the pudding. But I'm going to alternate them and drop that in as well to generally warm it up. And we'll see how it works out. Another 5 or 6 weeks and this area will be covered in bluebells. Well, that's been boiling for about 10 minutes, so I'm just going to swap them round. That's my small tub of custard. So I'll give that a few minutes and then just keep alternating them, so hopefully after about 15 minutes they're both pretty warm. Right, the puds, I think the pudding's had a good 12 to 15 minutes and I've been alternating it with the custard, so we'll see what it's like. I think it's supposed to have about 20 minutes, but anyway, definitely feels hot. Now, as for a bowl, this is the only bowl I have got. I should have brought a little bowl. So that'll be the bowl for my pudding. Not ideal. I think I'll warm it up a bit. If I can get him. Well, that looks certainly done. So that's the steamed pudding. I think it's a ginger sponge, although it looks like it's got treacle on as well. And this is the custard. Oh, that does look nice. I'm gonna have to try that straight away. That is cooked. That tastes nice. It's actually treacle sponge, one of my favourites. Although it took, what, 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes to cook. I only had it on a gentle simmer, so yeah, I used up a bit of gas, but so what, it's given me a different pudding. Not much daylight left now. It's about 6:30, so probably got about half an hour. Just gonna have a last drink of coffee and then gather all my kit up. Quite a bit of it goes in my rucksack, which I put in a bin liner to protect it, and the rest goes in the bivvy bag itself. I'll show you the setup before I get in, so I'll come back to you when I've got it all tidied up. Well, believe it or not, it's just started raining. I just got everything packed away, ready to get into my bivvy bag, and it started raining. Can't believe it. So that's my bivvy bag down there. Got quite a bit of gear, like my stove and gas outside, but my rucksack, I've got that in a bin liner. Keep them dry, and I've got another bag that I put my boots in, but I was hoping for a dry night, not to be. Anyway, I think it's time to get in that bivvy bag and keep dry. Wow, I did not expect that. Such a heavy shower at the wrong moment. Luckily, I had got most of my gear packed away. I was just trying to show you, and then it started raining, how I set it up for the night. My rucksack goes in a big bin liner. Quite a lot of my other gear, like my stove and a few pans, I leave them outside so they're easy accessible if I do need them in the night. My jacket and my boots, they're in another bin liner, so they should keep dry if it does rain again in the night. Luckily, I put my chair away. I did have thoughts of leaving that out, but then I thought, if we have a heavy dew, it's going to be drenched in the morning. So I did pack that away, and I'm glad I did. I've not even had a chance to get myself set up in here yet. I've got like a foil mat to put down, my ex-bed mattress and my sleeping bag, so that should be fun in here, getting that lot set up. But once it is, you're warm and you're comfy, and it'll warm me up setting all that lot up. You've got quite a bit of room round here at the top end. I've got my radio, my phone, so I'll keep myself entertained, and it is quite comfortable. I didn't want to use my torch too much outside because I'm only about 100 yards from the road, and like I say, it is a bit of a stealth camp. Torchlight in a wood is only going to attract some attention, so I thought I'd just briefly show you how I set it up for the night, and that's all I really did. So hopefully the owls might come out and tweet to me later on. They're usually around in this wood, but I guess they don't like the rain as well because they've gone quiet. So I'm looking forward to a quiet, peaceful and relaxing night. So if nothing out of the ordinary happens, I'll see you in the morning. Night then. Good morning there. Not a bad night, a little bit damp at first, but it soon dried up in the night and we've got a nice morning. I didn't film anything in the night. It's not exactly easy to film when you're in a bivvy bag. It's not easy to do a lot of things. You can sleep, read and listen to the radio. That's about it really. I managed to make myself a drink earlier, so it's not too bad. Very comfortable and very warm. But it was nice to wake up and hear the birds singing. The sounds of spring, lovely. Well, I'm gonna get myself up. I think it's dried out a little bit, and make a start at a bit of breakfast, I think. See you in a little bit. Just a simple breakfast, just porridge, bit of golden syrup, easy, warms you up. Quite a nice morning. You wouldn't think it had poured with rain like it did last night. It's sort of a damp feeling, but it's still nice. It's still a nice morning. So it's just a matter of breakfast, packing all my gear away, and then have probably half a mile, if that, walk home. Not far at all. So I'll get everything packed away and I'll have a last word with you just before I leave camp. See you in a bit. another enjoyable camp. I've got all my gear packed away, and like I say, just a short walk home. But I found this so peaceful. You got a bit of traffic noise in the background, but the feeling of being out in the woodland, the birds singing, the wildlife, it just makes you feel a lot better, and I've really enjoyed it. I found it very peaceful and sort of recharged my batteries a little bit. You sort of forget a lot of your worries when you're out in the countryside. So as for my next camp, definitely be wild camping. I might go up my local moorlands like Ringing Low and that area, or I might venture up onto Kinder Scout. Depends on the weather and how I feel, etc. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye then.